It's Thursday, lesson 4 with Spelling with Jules. How are you all getting on? Hello, Ronan. Hello, Ollie. Already there. Shout out to Max, who emailed me his sentence yesterday. Well done, Max. That was a really good one. And hello to Florrie, who apparently is enjoying our lesson. So I'm really pleased about that. That's made my day. How are you all? Let's have a check-in first. I felt a bit sluggish again this morning. But I did my PE with Joe, and it does seem to help each time. So if you're feeling a bit down or sluggish or just not a lot of energy, then I think it's really good to get up and do that. And as he says, you always feel better after exercise, which is very true. And I'm not somebody that likes exercising particularly, but it's definitely helping me. How are you all feeling? Good. Let's have a check-in then. Oh, Ronan's good. Ollie's good. Excellent. Really pleased to have you here. Let's start then. So today we're going to have a quick retrieval again, quick spelling practice. So if you've got your pen and paper, I'm going to read out the words, and I want you. Hi, Chloe. Good to see you. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Anna. It's Leandro and Lorenzo. Hello. Lovely to have you. Chloe, it's brilliant to see you as well. Well, welcome. Okay, so if you haven't been doing these lessons before, don't worry too much, but have a go at spelling these. If you're at the stage where you know your first letters, that's fine. So you can do the first letter and then a bit of a squiggle, but have a go, okay? And then you can tick or not. Catherine. Oh, hello, Bertie. I'm really pleased to see you. Okay, so let's have a go at doing these. These are what we call our high frequency words. So they're words we use a lot, and they're not ones that we can really phonically do. So you have to memorize these. Okay, so let's try they. Okay, remember that they. Okay, give that a go. I'll give you a clue. It is 4 letters. So try and write they. Okay, next one. My. Hello, South Coast Canoes. Hello, Freddie. My. So and then the I sounds. It's not the letter is not I, but it does represent I sometimes. So my. Her. Her. So these are all in the sort of top 100 words that you will use all your life. So it's really worth memorizing these and having a go. Are, as in we are going to the shops. Okay, it sounds like the letter R, doesn't it? But it's 3 letters. Are. You are doing spelling with Jules. So you. So you could at least get the first letter right, I'm sure. You. Next one is no. Okay, no, you can't do that. So now, no, you can't leave my lesson till it's finished. Next one, do. Again, if you just know the first letter, that's fine. Do. I do like my spelling lessons. Of. Okay, now this one, the reason this is a tricky one is because it sounds of, but it's a different letter. So I am from the family of Dorbies. Okay. 2. Again, this is not the number 2. It's I'm walking to the shops. So that 2. Okay, and you should be able to do the initial sound, the first letter, t-oo, even if you don't get the next bit right. Same with this one. So it's 2 letters. S-o. So you think you know, do you? So this one is just 1 letter. I am going to the shops. Remember, it's a capital. So remember how you write your capital I. We've got 4 more. How are you getting on? Oh, Fleur, you've got to stop copying your sister. Try and do it yourself. Remember, spelling is more about the sounds than copying. If you're copying, you're just kind of copying lines. But what you've got to practice is hearing a sound and then thinking what wiggly lines will that sound represent on the page. Okay, so it's all about hearing. Okay, next one, me. Me. So remember, even if you just get the first sound right, that's good. She, we, not the we and poo, as in we are going to the shops. He, he. Okay, well done. That was a lot. We won't do more than that each time. I have to start mixing them up because we've done loads of these, haven't we? And for your Easter homework, because this tomorrow will be the last lesson, because it's the Easter holidays after that for a couple of weeks. So, but your homework is just to practice all these words and the letters that we're doing on the board. We've got 2 more tomorrow, and then you've got Easter to practice. Okay. Okay, are you ready then? They was probably the hardest one. T-h-e-y, a, they, T-h-e-y. Okay, that's really hard. This bit you will know for the if you've done, but that's they. That's quite hard. Okay, so they. Give it a tick. Another tip to, if you've got some of the letters right but some of them wrong, tick the letters that you get right. Okay, because it makes you feel better. Okay, rather than being a big cross out, just tick the letters you got right, and you'll slowly find that you'll get more ticks. Okay, so that was they. He. I can't remember which way I've gone round, so I might have got this wrong now. Sorry. H-E. He. Get that right? Tick the letters that you've got right. We. W-E. We. I think I'm doing these backwards. I had a pile and I've picked up the pile wrong. Sh-E. So it's that sh sound here. Sh, which is an S and an H, and then E. Okay. Sh-E. She. Give yourself some ticks. E. Me. M-E. Okay, this capital letter I. Remember how to write an I if it's a capital letter. So I am going to the shops. It's always a capital, not just at the beginning of a sentence. Okay, so you do a line and 2 little lines above and below. I. Well done. O. So. Okay, so you've got O. So. If you're still at the stage where the O is an O, that might look like so to you. So it's so. Okay. To get that right, 2, not the number 2. I walk to the shops. T-oo, 2. So it's a T and an O. Again, so although it's an oo sound, it's only one letter O. It doesn't sound like an O either. Good, Ronan, got his I. Of. Okay, the difficult bit here is that really that is a f sound. But for this word, of, it's a v. So you've just got to remember those, I'm afraid. Do, da, o, do. And again, it's that oo sound. It's not an O, it's not an O. Okay, you've just got to remember that do is like that. No. N, o, no, no, o. Again, if you know that O sound is an O, it looks like no, but it's a no. Okay, how you doing with your ticks? Getting lots of ticks? Don't worry if you're not, you'll soon get there, and you've got all Easter to practice. You. Ya or Y-O-U, you. And that's a really hard one because O-U doesn't usually sound like that. It doesn't sound like oo. Ha, H-E-R, her. That's a relatively easier one to do once you know that these 2 letters make an sound. So that's not 2. Ronan's getting lots right. Good. These are really good to you to get right. I know they're all small words, but if you can get these right, you'll use these all your life. Are. We are going to the shops. A-R-E. That's a hard one, really. Other than that word, if you put an H in front of that, for instance, it becomes hair. So that's the difficulty of our language, isn't it? R. Okay, and the last one is my. I. And this y sound here is a secret vowel sound. So our vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, A. But this one sometimes is a vowel for the I sound. Okay, so my is M-Y, M-Y, my. I. Good, well done. How many ticks have you got? Remember, tick the letters you got right rather than cross out the ones you got wrong. It's a much nicer way of doing it. Okay, so we've done our retrieval. We will quickly remember the sounds we've already done. Okay, and then we're going to go on to our next one. So we have got O. And we did O or O. Can you do O, 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 O? O. Okay, so you can have orange or oh no. Okay, we've got k, 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 or C. Okay, k for cat, caterpillar. C. Do you think of any for C? Do you remember we did the soft C? I cycle to the city centre. Okay, so that is when it becomes a S sound. And we did a for apple, ant, but we also had the A sound. All right, so there are letters. Can you hear my seagulls? I've got lots of seagulls outside today. Don't know if you can hear them. It's being very noisy. Okay, and then we also looked at the O becoming an O if you put an E on the end. It's called our split digraph. So you could have hop, and then you put an E on the end and it becomes hope. Hop, hope. And we also had the A, the A becoming an A if you put an E on the end. So you could have hat, and then you put an E on the end, it becomes hate. Okay, so that's all remembering our lessons from Monday to Thursday, or Monday to Wednesday. Yes, it is Thursday today, isn't it? Yeah, Monday to Wednesday. So that's our retrieval. But remember, I want you to practice all of those over Easter, because we'll be coming back with some new ones. We're going to have a quick remembering on how to write all of these. Now, remember, I've put them up here as well. So, and I remembered yesterday I talked about that we didn't really do capitals. So I've done you a capital C. And if you can see, it's gone all the way. It's the full line. Okay, capital C, capital A, capital O, and capital D. Okay, but we've also got print. So if you're not doing joined up writing, your print, I'll do these in phonic sounds this time. K, A, O, D. Okay, and for these, I'm going to go round them. You go round from the top and round for the C, for the K, and the same from the top round, but then you go up and down for the A. You can have a practice too. For the O, for the O, you go round. And then we're going to do a D, a D soon. Okay, someone's read that. Okay, now for joined up, remember, you always start on the line for our joined up. Okay, we start on the line and we go round and down. So that's C, our curly K, it's often called. Okay, and these are its cousins. Okay, so again, you go, the reason they're cousins is because they do the same shape. All right, so you go up and round and then up and down. Okay, so up to that point there, it's like a C, isn't it? Okay, the same with the O. The difference with the O, you go round and then up, but you join at the top. Okay, so the A, you come down, for the O, you join at the top. Now, let's do the D. First off, we'll have a quick look at capital. So for a capital, if this is your line, you do the whole line. Okay. And it looks like that. Capital D, whole line. Now, excuse my non-straight lines. For the print D, we've got half a line here. Okay, and you go round up to the top of the line and down. Okay, I'll do that another time. And then I'm going to do it without lines for a bit. Okay, so you're going, you're going round, up and down. I was doing joined up. One more, round, up and down. Okay, so that's your D, 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 letter D. I'm going to rub those out. Okay, and then I just want to show you, it's really important to get the right direction. So if you don't worry about the lines sometimes, you can do this with paint, you could do it with chalk. If you've got an outside pavement, if you're allowed outside, you could do it with chalk, and then you can do a watering can, just getting the right direction. Okay, so again, you can do them big, you can do them little, you can do them medium size. Okay, and then once you've got that, you can then practice going in your lines. Okay, so let's try with the D again. So you go round, up and down, and do a really big one. Round, up and down, round, up and down. Get that direction. Okay, don't worry too much about the neatness to begin with. Once you've got that, then you can really practice getting it neat. Okay, right, we're going to quickly do the joined up, adding in what we call cursive writing. I'm going to add in a join. So I will do a line, not a particularly straight one, just to show you that we always start on the line. Okay, now remember it's the same as the K and the A. These are all cousins, and the O, until you get to a certain bit. So you go round, up and down. Okay, so start on the line for your join. And can you see at the moment it's just like a curly K, and then it goes up like an O, but you carry on to the top of the line and then down. We should have a line here. And what's really important is this bit is the same size as an A and an O, is your half line. Okay. Now, my students, Chloe, can you remember this, or Ollie, or Ronan? What is this bit called that goes up? Okay, what is the bit that goes up called? Begins with A. It's an, I'm going to write it in print. A, S, E, N, D, E. Ascender. That's a very posh word, but basically for going up. Okay, you ascend. So if you were going up a mountain, you ascend, you go up, and then you descend, and you go down. We're doing a descender tomorrow. Okay, so a D is the first letter we've introduced with an ascender. So again, you go round, and then you ascend up to the top of the line, and then come down. Okay, have a practice doing those while I start to think about some letters with D in. How you're getting on? Okay, so what words begin with D? Okay, well, we could have dog. Okay, I was thinking about Doctor Who. So D, Doctor Who. And what are some of Doctor Who's enemies? Oh, well done, Ronan. We've got Dad. I'm going to put a capital in there just so we can add in a few. What else? Did. Yeah, well done. Okay. Now, what are Doctor Who's enemies? They are... oh, sorry. Started to think about another lesson. Right. They are... Daleks. Okay, so doctor, that's a D, Daleks, dog, Dad did. Okay, let's have a couple now. How about some d with either in the middle or at the end of a word? Okay, so d. Okay, so this is at the beginning, dog. This is at the end, had. Remember I talked about your ear listening. Can you hear those? Okay, as another one, like had. Sad. Oh, sad. Okay. Here's one in the middle of the word. And if you remember, it's got that split digraph as well. So it would be hid. So you could have hid, hid, hear the d. And then you have hide. So the I becomes an I. So it's hide. D. So they can be at the beginning of the word. They can be at the end of the words. And they can also be in the middle. Let's have one more. Did I write one more in the middle? Yes, I did. This is another one, a split digraph. Because that would be rud. And then if you stick an E on the end, it becomes rude. Okay, and that's the letter. That's the D. Okay. We're going to middle. Very good, Freddie. Middle. Now that brings me nicely on. I'm sorry, I'm going to get rid of the dog's G there. Middle. That brings me nicely on to the doubling rule. Okay. When do you use two letters? Okay. Bed. Well done, Catherine. Bed. How many of you mix up your B's and your D's, your B and your D's? Okay, there's a couple of ways of trying to remember, and bed is one of them. Let me just rub out everything else around it, so it gets a bit too complicated for your eyes, doesn't it? If there's too much information on a board, it can make you feel a bit a bit confused, distracted. Okay, now what I'm going to do, Catherine, is write bed a bit bigger so I can show people how they can do this if they mix up. So often people mix up their B's and their D's. Okay, and for this, bed is really useful because B is at the beginning of the word and D is at the end. So you put the head of somebody sleeping in their bed. So you can remember that the B goes at the beginning of bed and the D is at the end. Okay, another way of doing it. Oh, muddle. That's a good one, Ollie. Well done. Is this. So you do B, E, D. Okay, so this is your B and this is your D. You see the direction? So that's B. So this bit goes there. And then at the end, this bit goes for the D. Okay, so there's two ways there of trying to remember. What often I've seen students do is use, and pupils uses capital letters. So I can usually tell if an older pupil used to have B and D problems because they've done capitals. And so they're writing away and they know not to put capitals in the middle really, but they do with their B's and their D's. Okay, probably better to try and do this because otherwise you'll just get into the habit of doing capital letters. Okay, lots of lovely ideas for B's and D's and names. Okay, doing really well. Good to see you all. Got lots of lovely viewers today. Okay, right, now we're going to go quickly to the doubling rule. For some of you, this might be a bit much, okay? So you can watch with interest, but don't feel that you have to learn this, okay? This is slightly more advanced spelling, but you're definitely welcome to have a go. Okay, so what do I mean by doubling? All right, well, we're going to look at some verbs. Okay, so verbs mean, remember, you're doing words, And if you're thinking, if you're running, if you're sitting, if you're eating, okay, they're all your verbs. And then if you've got a one-syllable verb ending in a consonant letter, so it gets very confusing, okay, then you would double the final consonant letter. So I want to give you an example of that, though, so it can be a little bit easier. Okay, so we wrote, if we had kid, I thought this is a good one. Okay, so we've got kid, right? Kid. Now, we want to write kidding. You know how to spell ing, don't we? Okay, if we're doing kidding, that's our ing. So why might we double the D up? Well, this is a consonant, okay? So a consonant is any letter that isn't a vowel. So a vowel is A, E, I, O, U, okay? A, I, E, O, A. So there's a vowel there, and this is a consonant. So if your word ends in a consonant and it has a vowel before it, then you tend to double up. So you would then do kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. All right. Now, let's have another one. What if it ends, if it's got two vowel letters? So I'm going to give you two here. This is when you don't double up. So you've got dream. So we're still concentrating on that D. And then we've got bleed. Okay, and that's got the D there. Okay, now, because we've got two vowel sounds here, E, making an E sound, and the same here, making an E sound, an E and an A. So they're vowels, okay, but they end in a consonant as well. So you've got a D and a M. So in that case, you don't double up. So you don't do two Ds when you put the ing on the end. All right, so it's really confusing. Don't worry too much, but it's just worth trying to just start to get interested. I don't know if you remember in lesson 1 I talked about how spelling is about being a detective. So you think, oh, that's interesting. That doesn't double up, so we don't have two M's there and we don't have two D's there. Why is that? Okay, but don't worry too much. The only other one I wanted to say was if you have a verb with an E on the end, so let's do ride and dine. So we've got ride. So Chloe, you will know this for your riding a horse, or some of you might be riding a bike. Now, if you want to put an E on the end of those, an ing on the end of those, sorry, you have to take off the E and put an ing. So any verbs that end in an E, you need to take off the E if you want to put an ing on the end. You can see there was 3 ways of doing that. This is very advanced spelling, so you haven't got to worry too much about this, but it's interesting to do. Okay, so those verbs end in an E. Quite hard, isn't it? Do you know our language is much harder than everybody else's in other countries? We have over more than 170 ways of spelling things using just 26 letters and 44 phone names, so it's all very tricky. Okay, right, we're on to our sentences. Okay, if you come up with any sentences, we're just going to do D. So I'll show you my sentence. I have decided to write the, and do you remember you can just say these. You can say these to somebody in the room or to yourself. You can draw them, or you can do a bit of writing, a bit of drawing, or you can write them. So I'm going to write today, except for the word Dalek. So the dire, so that's a D. Dalek. Now I'm going to try and attempt to draw a Dalek. Is that good? Okay, the dire Daleks, and then I can add a D on there because I know it's the dire Daleks hid. Okay, so that's my D there. The dire Daleks hid. Lost my sentence. Oh, from, who do you think they hid from? My last doctor. Doctor with a capital. Who? Oh, yes. The dire Daleks hid from Doctor Who. Okay, Chloe, I want you to write a sentence using some D words. So you could do the dog sat down, dog and down, and you can write those, or you can draw them, or you can say them. Ronan said he'd help you out if not. Okay, so that's my sentence. Anybody else got some sentences? You can let me know in the comments, or you can email me, or you can tell me a bit later. Okay, Max, you're going to email me one of your sentences. So any sentence using, so let me just do one more for Chloe. So if we did the dog sat down, we could do the, then we can do d, dog sat down. Okay, the dog sat down. So you've got the d. Just hearing the letter d. Okay, final thing before we finish, and then you can all go off and have a lovely break. A nice drink, cup of tea. Okay, once you've done your sentences, we're just going to do some more of our high frequency words, our words that we use all the time that are quite difficult. Okay, just 5. Okay, we're going to go through them together. So practice writing them. Go, go. B-E-B. So I go to the shops. I want to be Doctor Who. Maybe I could be the next Doctor Who, do you think? Okay, this is a really tricky one. A lot of people seem to mix this up. If you do it backwards, it's was, isn't it? Okay, so it's S or S-A-W, S or. You write that down. B-E-B and go, go. Okay, so I'll quickly go through those again for you. Go, be, saw, the, T-H-E, and all, A-L-L, all. Okay, 5. These are the words I want you to write and try and memorize to spell. They're much harder to do. So the, go, be, saw, all. And we'll look at those. Well, I'll test you on those tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to try and remember those. Okay, so the final thing to do is our sign. So the sign for D is if you're right-handed, this is your main hand. So you do that bit, and then with your other hand, you do that bit. If you're left-handed, the other way around, and you do D. So we've got C, A, O, D. Okay, that's our sign. Brilliant. You've worked really hard. Florrie has done the daddy bird died dreaming about kids. That's an amazing sentence. Wow. And Ollie, I caught cod. Brilliant. Freddie, the dreadful dog called Jasper, our dog's called Jasper, dug up the ground. These are amazing. Well done, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll go through all these. We're going to bring one more letter in and then I'll give you your homework. Okay. Brilliant to see you all. Bertie, Ronan, Florrie, Chloe, Ollie. Lovely to see you. And I'll see you tomorrow.